Hello and welcome back to The Brave and the Kobolds. Last time, when we were recording our session, we got a gremlin in the computer. This pesky gremlins. It came in and, I don't know, tore out a wire or something, but that meant that the second half of our session was not recorded and lost to the ether. So this session, we will be revisiting some scenes that we did roleplay last time but were not recorded. That means that any dice rolls that would ordinarily be made, I'm just going to be counting the dice rolls that were made on the night. So those won't be live, let's say. They won't be happening in real time while we play, but everything else will be slightly different? Who knows? Let's see. So, last time, last episode, we left off that you'd arrived in the town of Olaros, and you'd arrived in the market square. There weren't that many stalls set up yet, but there were a couple, and it was starting to get busy. You split up a little bit with Zaffre going off to find the largest building because he believed it would be the place to find some answers, I think. Or, yeah, it would be the biggest, so that would be where the leaders are. Meanwhile, I believe Agg and Noki got distracted by a small human child and were sort of, Noki was enamored, Agg was concerned, and that happened. Simultaneously, Meeza sort of ran off and went for the first stall that caught their attention, which was a fabric stall. It is a fairly large stall. It's covered completely in exotic-looking fabrics, very vibrant colors. Lots of shiny textures. Behind the store, a lot of these fabrics are draped quite elegantly, like curtains or tapestries. And the stall owner, who hasn't noticed you yet, Meeza, is a very large, muscular woman with sort of greenish grey skin and white hair, which is sort of done up in a sort of a bun. And she's wearing equally vibrant and equally elegant clothes, and and she's just sort of setting up the stall.
I got grub in my hands and I got my backpack on and I'm trying to peek over there and I realize that's not going to work, so I take my backpack off and I kind of use it as like a step stool, and I get up over there and I go, hello.
This large woman sort of is a little bit startled and kind of looks left and right and then turns around and sees the sort of the distinctive head fringe and snout, and so go, hello there.
Hi. What are you?
I'm sorry?
What are you? Your skin's green. Are you sick?
No, I'm not. I'm perfectly. I'm fit as a fiddle. I'm usually people ask for a name.
I've never seen anybody with green skin before. This is a little weird. Well, I mean, I have seen people with green skin before, but they look more like me, but not like you. And you don't look like me. And you're very much taller and very muscular. And I'm talking a lot, aren't I?
So, you do.
You're very intimidating and big.
Oh, well, she kind of lowers herself down a little bit, so she's eye level. I think it would, for me, it would probably be even more intimidating.
Yeah, that's not helping.
Because now you can see a little bit closer. You can see the points of some not like sharp tusks. They're quite dull.
They're very little. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just peeking out from her bottom lip, and she gives you a very affable smile. You go to touch, but
I'm gonna do the Peggy Carter, like do that. Like I'm gonna get like within an inch and then realize what I'm doing. Like
Yeah. She actually goes, just joking. Well, my name's Radra.
Radra.
Radra Moore at your service. Well, I guess tit for tat. What's your name and what are you? Because I ain't never seen anything like you before.
I'm a Meeza.
Is that your species? Is it your people?
I'm Meeza. I'm
okay.
a kobold.
Oh, kobold.
We come over.
Right.
You see the mountain back there? It's really far away and tiny right now, but I swear it's a lot bigger when you get closer up to it.
It's hard to miss.
Well,
yeah.
I'm from that mountain, and there's a really pink and really nice pink dragon who we all really like, and she's amazing, and we worship her, kind of. You know, she's our friend. That's where I'm from, and I bet you they love. Well, maybe they wouldn't love to see visitors, but you seem very nice.
Thank you. Well, I guess since you've come such a long way, I'm flattered that you've come over to my stall.
I'm not alone. My friends, and I kind of look around, and I now for the first time realize that there is nobody behind me. I turn around and I go, my friends. Oh, well.
It's not that big a market square. I'm sure they're somewhere near. But is there anything I can do for you? Have you seen something you like?
Yes. And I go and I take I kind of sat down Grub on the ground next to my pack. So I take Grub and I right on the fabric. You know, this slightly mucusy Grub, and I go, "This is Grub."
Again, are you saying it's a grub? Is it?
Yes.
Hello, Grub.
Oh, Grub doesn't talk, but he's very squishy.
Oh, he doesn't talk. Okay, well,
No.
all right.
Why would a Grub talk? That seems very weird. I don't know.
It's you want to? What do you want me to do to this grub?
Well,
I don't understand.
Well, see, when we were coming down our mountain down there, we had a cart. Well, I had a cart and I was pulling it, but we have to go up the mountain to go down the mountain, which is very weird. And I don't quite understand it. But as we were going up the mountain, one of the wheels broke and the cart went down and the cart smashed and we kind of fixed it, but not really. And it's been kind of hard. And I just realized we left the cart at the old lady's house. That's probably, totally forgot about that. And we're gonna have to go back and get that sometime. But so we don't have the cart.
Puts a like a finger on your snout.
Yeah.
Do you want something for your grub? Do you want clothing? You want clothing?
Yes. No. I want.
Okay.
I want to be able to carry him without hands.
Oh. Gotcha. All right. Well, I don't actually carry any sort of.
I have this, and I hold out the slightly bent coin that I kind of unbent, but not fully. I can pay you. I have these.
Right. Well, that's It might not exactly be enough.
And as I put it down on the table, I now cast Charm Person.
Okay, and it works as she kind of shakes her head a little bit, like she's been sort of clonked on the head, and then her smile kind of goes a little bit sort of dazed and confused, and she said, "Oh right, okay, yeah, that's a coin. I take them."
Yep.
Well,
for one of your pretty fabrics for Grub. I give you this and you give me things. That's how I was told it worked. Am I correct?
That is how it works.
Okay, good.
Let me have a look. And she turns around, and we'll have a little montage where she's kind of pointing at various fabrics, and eventually,
we stumble upon one that we like that matches my outfit.
matches your outfit and also Grub's.
My skin color and his complexion and my skin color, and it goes with the whole outfit.
It goes with the whole outfit, and it's effectively like a very long shawl or scarf.
Mm-hmm.
And she sort of presents it to you. Maybe this will work.
Could you help me put it on, please?
Of course I can.
I basically stoned this person with magic.
She delicately sort of ties this scarf around you so that Grub is kind of resting. He's sort of held on your back.
It's like one of those baby wraps that it's like this big piece of cloth, and then you have to
wrap it around. Yeah.
Well, and there's like a way that you tie it, and it's very intricate, and I didn't like it.
I think it takes you both. Yeah. It takes you both a couple of tries, but eventually you now have Grub sort of harnessed to you, and he feels less heavy. He's a lot sort of easier to transport. And I say
to her, I say I've been told that I'm supposed to say thank you when people help me with things.
That's what people usually do. And thank you.
Well, can I ask you? You never really answered my question, but what are you?
I'm a half-orc.
What's a half-orc?
Well, my mother was an orc, and my father was a human.
Oh, we've met a human. But I've never met an orc. What's an orc?
Well, an orc is like a human, but bigger and usually a lot scarier.
Scarier than you?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and
No, thank you.
You're my friend now, right? We're friends?
Oh, we're best friends.
Yay! Well, all right, and I sort of just like put my shoulder backpack on.
Yeah.
And I turn around and I realize now that the market's probably slightly more full of people, and
it's a little bit more busy now. Yeah.
And I have a slight panic attack as I realize I don't see my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I started just sort of weaving my way through the crowd and trying to find them.
One of your friends is currently standing outside the largest building, which is to the north of the square overlooking it. And I sort of described it last session. Zafre, you are at the top of this sort of small flight of set of steps that lead up to a very big, heavy wooden door. Do you enter this building?
He'll take a moment to kind of look around and take in the building, see if there's anything he can sort of pick up from the...
Well, there were these very large windows which had more of that strange substance that you saw in the windows at Rhea's house, but the difference being that it's made up of lots of colored pieces of glass to sort of make quite an attractive looking pattern. And above the door there was an image, a mosaic depicting a woman wearing orange robes with long white hair, who was holding a paintbrush in one hand and a sort of a globe. You would, as a human, would recognize it as a globe. It's a sort of a blue-green orb of some kind.
Zafre would assume that would be magic. I think he would assume that would be some sort of magical thing, because it looks fancy, and if he doesn't understand it, it's probably magic. So, so he thinks, well, this is a very nice looking building. it's got this very important looking human person on it. So
Oh, there was a tower as well.
yeah,
Which
towers
yeah.
mean business.
Yeah,
So,
made Agg think it was a castle, but there was
But
we had a little architectural lesson last session, which was brilliant. Hello there. This promotional break is all about the artist MANOU. She creates comics, character art, and illustrations, all of which showcase her creative use of sharp, vibrant colours and shapes. She's super talented, has an Etsy shop, and also takes commissions. You can find out more information and samples of her work on her social media pages. Links to these and to her shop are included in the video description below.
yeah, so he'll go inside and look around. I don't think they're really used to the concept of locked doors.
No, I mean, it's not locked, so...
No, but I mean, I don't think it would ever even occur to him that a door would be locked or for some reason not able to be gone through. Because I don't think kobolds really care about that sort of thing.
No, I mean, I think we established canonically there are no doors in the kobold den.
It's a lot of tunnels, I believe you said.
Yeah.
A lot of interconnecting tunnels and areas.
Exactly. So, I mean, for you, it's just, oh, there's a thing in the way. I'll just move it. It is very heavy, so it takes you a bit of shoving, but eventually you do enter this building, which appears to be just one big room. It reminds you of the Great Gathering Hall from the den, except that there are these, obviously there's the windows that you now understand sort of their artistic merit, because the sunlight sort of coming in through these windows is creating this beautiful sort of rainbow of colors on the ground. There are 2 rows of seats, which are sort of facing the far end of this building or this hall, and sort of drawing your gaze towards a kind of altar. There's some stone steps that lead up to a sort of a raised platform, and what looks like a stone table with some things on it. From where you are, you can see there's this table with some things on it.
He's going to go down the aisle and go up to the table and stand on his toes because I'm sure he's short, and he won't touch anything on the table because he does have better manners than that. But he's definitely looking.
On this stone table, there is a very simple-looking sort of tablecloth, and displayed on this table very neatly are a whole series of utensils, of tools. You recognize a lot of them. Some of them you don't. There are things like paintbrushes. There are things like hammers and tongs, so things that you would have seen used at the forge. There's a chisel as well. There's also some things that you don't recognize. There's a thing that looks like 2 daggers, but there's a hinge in the middle, and it looks like it would be used like this. You're not sure what the point of such a thing would be, but there's that. You notice all of these things in the display are sort of equidistant from each other, but there is a gap between 2 of the things on this display. While you are looking intently at these objects, you hear some very soft footsteps off to the side, approaching, and you probably hear a little.
He'll turn around and salute.
You don't know who it is. Just salute.
Nope.
It's another human, fairly sort of much younger than Rhea. It's another lady. She's wearing orange robes with a sort of rainbowy trim. It's probably something like silver, but it's catching the light from the windows, and so it looks sort of rainbow. There's a rainbow shimmer to it, and she's wearing a pendant around her neck, sort of like a mixture between a wheel and a star, and the wheel has again this sort of rainbow hue to it. There's sort of shifting colors to it. She's taller than you, but not by a lot. Mm-hmm. And she sort of steps forward a little bit, and she gives you a very big smile, very warm smile, and says,
because I'm a ridiculously lizard person wearing a pot on my head.
She just gives you a really big smile and just, hello there, welcome. What is your name?
I am Zaffre of Rosdactyla's Guard, and I am here looking for the leaders of this
town.
Is that what you call it? This was the biggest building. It seemed the place to look.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm afraid the leaders of Olaros don't reside here. This is the Temple of Kovinda. I'm terribly sorry. I should have introduced myself. I am Maya, and I am the head cleric here at the Temple of Kovinda. I'm afraid I'm not really a leader. I suppose you could call me a spiritual leader, but I don't think I'm the kind of leader you're looking for.
I give her a very formal bow.
Oh, thank you.
With, he has to kind of hold the pot a little bit.
You do have a chin strap. Chin strap.
It just kind of rattles a bit, when you bow. And he says, "Well, I also have a cleric alongside us, the great speaker Agg."
Oh, are they also a follower of Our Lady Kovinda?
Were they a follower? I thought I wrote it down. Who's that?
It's okay. It's fantasy pantheons. It's supposed to be confusing. No, Agg is a cleric of light, which in this world is the domain of Gwanad Mor.
Yes.
Who is the dragon deity of light and also good fortune. And I think Zafar would, even if he doesn't know much about the pantheon's kind of nitty gritty kind of stuff, he recognizes this woman is wearing orange, Agg wears yellow, so probably not the same.
No, Agg is a cleric of the great dragon Gwanad Mor.
A dragon, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that is what the gods are.
Well, well, I suppose everybody has their own interpretation. Is there anything I can do for you? If I can help in any way. I presume you're new to Olaros?
Yes, I am on a great quest. I would like to become a Knaid.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. A what?
He puts out his backpack.
Yeah.
And very carefully very reverentially pulls out this battered old children's book.
Maya's face it goes from sort of, oh, what an interesting person, to full on, oh, you're so adorable. Bless your tiny lizard heart. Oh, you want to be a knight? Oh, that's darling. That's absolutely darling. She's getting a little bit patronizing. She's getting a little bit.
I don't think he's ever been treated that way, so I don't think he really understands what that means.
Fair. Like,
so,
oh, yes, thank you.
I think he's just oblivious I think it may take some time, but I will. And so until then, I must do good deeds.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that is a very noble cause. As for anybody in town who could help you in this quest of yours, I suppose there is the town guard. They're sort of in the similar line of business. They serve and protect, as it were. I'm sure they'll be around somewhere. Speaking of the guard, and sort of looks pensive for a moment, and then she sort of looks at you again and sort of has a very big sort of smile and says, I know you're already busy on this this very important quest of yours, but
Oh, I always have time to help others, especially a cleric.
oh, how charming. Well, you see, I don't really want to bother the town guard with this because uh, I'm sure they have a lot on their plate as well. But seeing as I have a night in the making right here before me, perhaps you could help me with something. And she
You
gestures.
super excited about being able to help.
Like, are you sort of rolling on the balls of your feet, kind of
Yeah,
rocking backwards?
just like trying not to jump up and down with excitement.
Maya gestures at the table, and specifically at that gap between the utensils. And about a day ago, I noticed that one of the items here, one of the tools of Kovinda, was missing. Unfortunately, I think this is a theft, as I didn't see anybody come in, but I know where all of these are supposed to be, and they are never moved. And so unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say it, I believe that someone in this town stole one of these items, specifically a sewing kit. Now, the kit itself doesn't have any monetary value. It's not made of anything special, but you understand the symbolic importance of it. It is very great. It's part of this this set. I suppose what I'm asking is, would you be willing to go and look for it?
Of course.
Just big grin. You not to be not to seem impolite, but you do know what a sewing kit is.
That I show my, he's wearing a robe. And
yes,
have proper
of
clothing.
course.
Under the, his armor might be handmade, but
yeah, he's got like a little tunic, and there is stitching on it. So yes, excellent. Excellent. Just in case you're not able to, like I said, the kit itself isn't worth a lot, but and she takes out 2 more of those coins that you received from Raya. It's 2 copper coins, and she hands them to you, and she says, you can consider this either a reward for finding and sort of retrieving this kit, or if you could use it to purchase a replacement, if that was not the case, if you were not able to find it, and by all means, keep the change.
Of course. Thank you. I will certainly find your sewing kit, my lady. And then he gives her another big formal bow. And then he's going to go, he says, I must inspect the scene of the crime. He'll get right down on his hands and knees, under it. He's going to, without disturbing anything, he will inspect the top of it, and then he'll climb around underneath it and sniff everything. And
last time you rolled for investigation, and you did quite well. And you're looking around, you're inspecting the table itself and also underneath, and you find pushed a little bit further away, possibly by the breeze or something else, but you see a small strand of red thread, red fiber.
And he remembers that first lady that they spoke to had said something about people with red hats or armbands or something.
Red armbands. Yes, Rhea had mentioned that there was a gang of youths, a gang of teenagers who all wore the sort of red, sort of handkerchief type things around their sort of. This is the forearm, isn't it? Yeah, you find this red thread. And Maya sort of notices, maybe she hears your aha.
Yeah.
Did you find something?
Yes. Clue.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'll hold it up.
Right, excellent. Well, good luck, I suppose, and I hope to see you again soon.
And I will return with your special item.
As you leave, she does suddenly, I don't know why suddenly just now, but she does notice you are carrying a sword. And sort of her smile falters a little bit, and then she kind of shrugs. You, I guess you leave the temple, and as soon as you open the door, now you are sort of met by more of a hubbub. There's a little bit more noise now. Agg and Noki. Last we saw you, you had sort of. I might be misremembering, but the general feeling I got was that Noki tried to chase down this child, and Agg chased down Noki and sort of.
And then they were looking for another one.
We were looking out for more kids in case those other ones attacked too.
I think definitely at this point there are more children around, so I don't know how Agg and Noki are reacting to this.
I don't like them.
One of them comes very close to you. It's kind of peering at you and your horns.
I lean very closely down to it. I go,
no.
It runs away crying.
This won't do. Just stay away from them. It might be dangerous.
But I'm not going to them. They're coming to me.
Yeah, now I think now that there's possibly word has spread, and there are just maybe 2 or 3 snakes, who aren't coming up to you, but they're kind of just sort of peering at you and giggling from behind their parents' legs or something. Like they're kind of going.
Where's Meeza? We have to get out of here.
Bam! Meeza's there. Bam!
Hi guys! Look what I got for grub.
Oh.
Huh.
That's very pretty.
It's very, look, touch it. It's like silky soft. I've never felt this kind of fabric before.
I touch it. Is it nice and soft? Or is it nice and soft for kobolds?
It's nice and soft for kobolds. It's definitely the softest material you've ever touched.
And I point to the merchant stall, and she's a half orc, which apparently happens when an orc, which is a much scarier version of that thing, and a human, like the one that we met yesterday, have what is called a baby. They said that a baby is a smaller human.
Maybe
like a hatchling?
Yeah, like hatchlings.
Like a hatchling, yeah. It was very interesting.
While you've been pointing at the stall, Roger's just been still
It lasts
smiling
for
at
an
us.
hour and
Yeah.